Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Online Business Journeys. And I have some incredible guests today. Our subject is, right off the bat, how can families start their own online business and start earning online? So, obviously, many of you who are following me know that I'm an online business owner. I'm a coach, mentor, and CEO. I have my own corporation, Georgia Williams Coaching Inc. I'm coaching people worldwide, all over the world, nationwide, all ages, obviously 18 and up, to earn online. And it doesn't matter what your background is or what your education is. We literally help you from the ground up, and we establish you with your business, the products on the back end, the sales funnel, everything, you name it, the website. We set you fully up for success, even mentor and coach you every step of the way. So our subject today, like I said, is how can families start this online business and start earning online? So I have a beautiful guest that I'm going to be welcoming in, and she has a big family like me. So I have a big family. I'm a mom of 5, and I'm doing incredible in this business. So without further ado, let's welcome our special guest, Esther Hernandez.
Hey guys.
Hi. How's it going?
Very good. And yourself?
Good. So why don't you introduce yourself for us? Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then I'm going to bug you and ask you a few questions, some questions that my audience have been asking us, which I know the answers to, but I want to put you on the spot and maybe ask you them so you can answer some questions for our audience.
Awesome. Yeah, my name is Esther. I'm from Ontario, Windsor, Ontario, and I'm a mom of 4 beautiful children. I'm at home right now taking care of my kids. And it is very nice to take care of your kids and have your business on the background running for you while you're running after your kids, and always having a busy schedule when you're having kids, right? As a mom, you are never just sitting down and relaxing. You're always running after them. And especially when you have your business running on the background, it's so awesome to go and check the mail, get checks in the mail without having your kids, leaving them at the babysitter. For me, it has just been a very big blessing. And I have my coach here with me today, which I'm so incredible happy for. She has been helping me every step of the way. I'm not tax savvy. I'm not like that. I have made my grade 12. I haven't even made grade 5. In Canada, I have no schooling, right? So I come from Mexico. My background is German. And, we all come sometimes from an old background where we don't know anything about computers. A lot of times in the beginning, I didn't even know how to turn on a computer. But you don't need to be tech savvy for this. There's beautiful people on the background. They help you, and beautiful people that just get you up and running, and we're all here to help each other. And that's what I see on the outside world, that you have to make somebody else rich, right? And they really show you on your paycheck how much you're worth, right? And I'm just so blessed right now. I have a baby that's 1.5 years, right? I can take care of him and enjoy him. I don't have to stand up to an alarm clock and bring him to a babysitter, right? No, I make them breakfast. I make sure they're healthy. It is just awesome. And Georgia, if you don't mind telling us how, a lot of people ask me this question: how can I make an incredible income? How does that work? What do I need to do? I know. I just like to hear our audience if they're watching a replay or whatever they're doing, watching us right now, so they can learn, and we can help many more beautiful moms out there, people, whoever likes to join, right? It's for everybody.
Amen, sister. I love that. I love little Joshua. I love all your babies. God bless them. I love your story. You have a huge why, the why you started this business. And I guess I know a lot of people ask me a lot of the same question. Hi, beautiful girl. How are you? So a lot of people ask this question, and we know the answer, but we want to tell you guys. So how do you make an incredible income with our business? What exactly do you got to do? How do you make money from it? Okay. So I like to tell people that this business is digital marketing. So meaning You're actually advertising, you're marketing the online world. And when you advertise in the online world, you're advertising what we show you to advertise. We have all the training on how to advertise, how to put out the ad, what the ad is going to say, what the ad copy, the text, the picture, everything. So, with that being said, we show you exactly how to advertise, and then the ad is connected to a website that we built. And that site is built also connected to a sales funnel. So the whole pretty much, and it's connected to a system that runs 24/7. So here's where all the technical and the nuts and bolts and come in. We do have another business partner joining us. I will put in now as I'm speaking. Hi, Angie. You could introduce
Hi
yourself.
guys.
I'm just finishing a question that Esther answered, but I'm gonna allow you to introduce yourself in a few moments. Um, so, as I was saying, it's connected to a huge system that runs 24/7. So, say for instance, your ad is out and about and it's running on Google, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, you name it, LinkedIn. Like we have a lot of platforms, Pinterest. There's all these other, advertisement platforms, Kijiji, you name it. We show you exactly how to advertise, even how to get organic advertisement. So, with that being said, when they see your ad, they can literally click on the ad, take into your website, and buy from your website. And everything is processed on the back end. You get a lead notification, you get a notification that you got a buyer, and everything is the sale is cut on the back end. Our system cuts the sales. So the business plan is fully equipped with everything being done on the back end for you. You're just a marketer. And we set you all up pretty much, and you just advertise online. And then when the sale is cut, you make an incredible income. You make a commission. So our commissions run from all the way from 2.5 to a month's pay, all the way up to 3 months worth of pay. And that's worth of salary I'm talking about in one commission. So that's pretty incredible. We make a lot of commissions in this business. There is very high end, good for you, high quality products that convert into high revenue on the back end. So it's not your small fry products. It's not your lotions and potions and spirulina or oils or anything like that. No, this is high-end products, and they have uh, 6 gold seals of quality. So we have people that are also lifetime users of these products. So with that being said, that's how you make an incredible income. And the more sales volume you receive, you create even more incredible income. Like I just got a huge bonus. And the more you help your business partners that want to get started in this business, you can earn more of an income. But it's not an MLM. This is not a get rich scheme. This is not a pyramid scheme where, oh, if you're at the top and someone just came in, they're at the bottom. That's not like that. And where you got to recruit people and then when you get so many, you get to the top. That's not the way that is. I'll tell you how it works. It's very different than MLM or a pyramid scheme. It's not like that. This is an actual business plan, an actual business model. Like I said, actual products on the back end. The thing is I did not know what a MLM or a pyramid scheme was. I Googled it and I was like, that's not us at all, because I became more successful than some people that started, a year before me. Or, a lot of business partners of mine became more successful than me when they first came in. Like Bennett and Levis are a huge success in my team, and they made over 5 months worth of salary in 2 months, right? So I didn't do that in my first 2 months, and maybe it's because I wasn't working at my business as many hours as I should have, or I had a lot of people putting things in my mind. I could have did a lot more better, I feel. And but I am where I am right now, and I'm grateful for where I am right now. So with that being said, that's pretty much how you make an incredible income with this business. And it's really fun actually, and there's a lot of creative side to it. Like you could put your creative juices in this business. So do you think that answered the question, Esther?
Yes, that for sure did, because a lot of people are asking, like they're having a lot of doubts, right? A lot of people are scared of getting out of their comfort zone. They're not used to working online, right? The same as me. When I first started, I was like, I was looking for something, but you always have that fear, right? Because you're old school, right? You're used to you have to go work hard instead smart, right? So, but with this business, I'm very glad it came into my lap, because it is so much easier than going and working out all the time when you work for somebody else, right? And here we work on our own pace. I have people asking me, oh, do I have to put in a lot of hours? Do I have to put a lot of time into it? Well, it really depends on you, right? If you want to do it full time, you do it full time. You want to do it part time, you can do it at your pace, right? So that's what I do, because my babies in the daytime keep me busy, but then at nighttime is my time to rule whatever I love to do, right? So that's how I look at it, right? And I love the team. It is so beautiful to work together as a team and know that always somebody's there to help you and to guide you through when you don't know something, right?
100%. And I love that how you said your own pace. Like I said in the beginning, I didn't work on my business as much, because I had a lot of people that was just always trying to keep me from doing what I wanted to do and following my dreams, and a lot of skeptical people around me. And then I was like, what am I doing? I know what this business is capable of. I know how much money I could be making. I know what I'm capable of. Everybody that's doing this business in the community, and what I've seen that, you know, what I've seen people making and buying, $1 million log homes, and living on islands. I was like, I could do this. If they can do it, and they're a human being, they have the same type of blood running through their veins. So can I. And we talked about my education before, that I've only had a 7th, 8th grade education also. But I realized I can do it too. And I became really good friends with some of the most incredible people in our community who are millionaires. And when you surround yourself with people who are like-minded and millionaires and successful, all of a sudden you become that, and you say, I am not sitting low anymore. I'm not staying in that 9 to 5, or I'm not staying in debt, or I'm not living in that house, or that driving that car, or let my babies live like this. I want them to have the best, and it is okay to have great things in your life as long as you stay humble. And giving is one thing that is a big, strong moral, and we live by in our home. So we always give back, and even the foundation that I built, giving back. And I just got off a Zoom an hour ago with making plans to help in Uganda, Liberia, and Rwanda, all over Africa. So we're building crops and doing, and my kids, giving back to them, and they help and they do chores, or they help me with things if I'm busy on a Zoom, or with my business partner, giving back and helping them and making sure they're succeeding, and they have left their 9 to 5 at their goal, and they have made the money they wanted to make, and they have learned the skill on YouTube or Google, and they mastered their ads, they mastered that platform, and they move on to the next. So they're branding themselves, they're out there, they're doing incredible. I love that. And I want to let people know that I am a workaholic at whatever I do. And that is why I'm successful. I'm going to be honest with everybody. It's not like I just, all this money and success fell into my lap and I didn't do nothing. I just sat back while the business ran for me. The business is running for me now. I'm going to be totally honest with you. All day I've been getting leads, and I get buyers, and I get checks in the mail. I do. But in the beginning, I literally mastered Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Google. I did it all. And I did it all so I can have this knowledge to help my business partners. Hi, Skylar. Can you close the door, please, so it's not loud out there? So I did put my time in, and I did stay up late, just like Esther said. I stayed up late, and I'd sometimes stay up till 5 a.m. I'd joke around. I'd post this post ever so often. The people who are waking up or going to bed at 5 a.m. are are those ones that are, the millionaires of tomorrow, or the rock stars, right? So I would get, a lack of sleep sometimes. Sometimes I would go to sleep at 5 a.m., wake up at 10 a.m. to my kids. And it's because I was so motivated that night to conquer and master that platform. Like my kids went to bed at like 10, 11 o'clock. I got a snack. I hung out. I maybe worked out. And then after that, I was like, my business now. Time to get the business. And I wouldn't stop until I did it. So my mindset is very focused. Like when I have a goal, I stick to it. And a lot of people, it's hard for them to do that. It's hard for them to give up certain foods. It's hard for them to give up smoking. It's hard for them to give up a drug. It's hard for them to give up that 9 to 5, whatever the case may be. But I know what my mindset, I know it's like easy. People look at me like I'm a robot, right? And I think that's what makes me a good coach, because I encourage people to do the same and to focus on your dream and your goal and get rid of the bad habits and focus on your family and whatever it is, get fit or whatever the case may be. So I want to say that I did put my time and effort to be, I have done that. So I encourage all, if you have a dream and if you have a goal, work on that. Sacrifice that time going out for dinners. Sacrifice that time partying. Sacrifice that weekend getting drunk, or, sacrifice that 2 hours of extra sleep. Work on your business when you get home from that 9 to 5. Sacrifice that Netflix and that scrolling around on Facebook or YouTube. Sacrifice that. Work on your dream. Work on your empire. If it's not this online business, then work on your clothing brand. Work on your project. Work on whatever it is that you have in your heart that you want to work on. Okay, I'll stop now. Let's let Angie introduce herself because she hopped on. Angie, why don't you introduce yourself for us? And maybe I'll ask you a question, or you can ask me a question.
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Angela. I live in Kelowna, BC. Nick and I started this online business a year ago, but it was the beginning of this year that I said, you know what, I'm going to take it and I'm going to work and put in all my effort and time that I can into the business. And that's when I started seeing results. Yeah.
Awesome. Tell me like a little bit about your background, like what kind of work you've done, what kind of work are you doing?
Sure.
Well, I know you're not really working too much. I know you're just, around in the kind of work that you're looking into right now, but tell us a little bit about yourself, your background.
I am a nurse, and I've been nursing for ever since 2016 now. When I found this business, I actually saw a post that Georgia had been advertising with, and it really caught my interest. And at that time, I was working full-time in a long-term care home with a lot of palliative patients. I was very passionate about my job. I loved it. But in nursing, you're always working overtime, double shifts, and it got to the point where it just became stressful. And I did quit my job and I went to part-time nursing in a school, actually. So I have a really nice job working with children now, and it's something that I love as well. And because I'm part-time, I have a lot more time for this business. But George and I have been talking and we're like, you know what, even if it's your dream job, no matter what, if you're working for someone and you have a boss, you're going to be accountable to them. And so I think with this business, it actually teaches you to really focus on how you can work for yourself and how you can build your own business. So if I'm going to be putting in all my effort to build someone else's company, I'm going to be busting my brains and my butt to work for them. And I might be getting, minimum wage or 20, give or take, an hour. So as long as I'm working for someone, I'm not getting the maximum amount back. I'm only getting pennies compared to what we get in this business. When you work in this business and you give it your all and you do as much as you can and you sacrifice those going out dinners or scrolling through social media, you're on Facebook already. And if you're not making, for your business, then when you don't work for someone else and you work for yourself, you see the results. They come back at you in much larger proportions. So that's kind of what I've been learning is, your dream job, no matter what, you're still working for someone.
100%. And I, like what me and you were talking about, the environments. Sometimes the dream job, it's incredible. And you think that you're going to have the perfect people around you, and everyone's going to appreciate you, and you're going to be happy. And all of a sudden, it's like everyone's looking at you with a dirty look, and everyone's everyone's arguing with you, and you're not good enough. And it's like, oh my goodness, yeah.
Exactly. And that's what I personally love about this business is you get to know people, and the kind of people that come to you, they're attracted to the business because of you. They like what they see on your posts. They like what they see, what you're doing, what you're talking about. So you're attracting like-minded people. So these are people that you want to spend time with. You miss them. You can't wait to see them on your Zooms,
100%. That's what I love about my team. Like, I always say that God blesses me to work with people who are so Christ-centered, who are so spiritual, good-hearted, focused. And I feel bad for a lot of people out there. Like, I know that they're just making ends meet, and I understand that. They're feeling stuck, and you feel this is what the subject is about. How could families start an online business and earn online? And Angie and her hubby, are a new couple, right? Since the last couple of years, they want a family, and this is why they're growing this. She often talks about this, and tell us a little bit about how this business could, benefit your future, or how you incorporate it into your life as, your little family that you have right now, you and Nick, and for your future family.
For sure. I mean, the biggest driving motive or the biggest why is being able to do what you want with people you love, right? So for me, if I'm going to be spending my career or my time in trying to build my career, I'm not at home. I'm not doing what I want to be doing. When I have my own online business, I begin to build my lifestyle that I want and the lifestyle that I want for the future. So by taking these little steps right now, I know that I'm creating more time and making more space for things that we want to do. Going biking, doing fun things together, exploring. All of these things we can't do if we're both working full time. And especially in nursing when my shifts are just all over the place. They're never regular routine shifts, right?
Yeah.
So,
sorry, go on.
Go ahead.
I was going to bug you. I was going to say you're going to need to buy another Tesla and have another car because I was congratulating Angie because she got a Tesla, and the way things are going in this business, they can afford these things. They can keep these things going, and they got these incredible bikes and the very high-end bikes that are electric bikes. And she was like, "Guess how much they were?" And I was like, "Wow!" I'm like, totally. So, but in our business, you can buy that with like 2 sales, right? So I know that like I see the potential in this girl, and I see how organized and how driven she is. And then I see when you go back to work, it's like, oh, I'm tired. I'm myself again. And then in this work, she's like, I'm motivated. I'm going. I'm riding to the top, and we're succeeding. And then when she goes back to work, you're like totally different. And I want to see that fire in you.
And what makes you wake up with excitement? For me, it is this business. I don't jump out of bed to go to work out of excitement. But when I see leads coming in or buyers coming in and I'm seeing progress and results, that's when I don't want to sleep in anymore. I want to get up and get my life going and go do things. And it's really nice to see these rewards coming in, and they're very motivating for sure.
Amen, girl. And I see that in myself too. My kids are my biggest motivation. And when I couldn't provide for them the way I wanted to, it hurt me. And I was like, wow, I literally used to, be able to do anything I wanted to do when I had my brick and mortar business in Toronto. And I'm like, because I switched things and came here and switched away. I had my business running. Now, I'm racked up in credit cards, and that was before I started this business. And I was like, no, I don't want to live my life like that. I don't want to be worried about how much I'm spending on a pair of Nikes, and I can't take them for dinner. So that's my girl there. And then now to do whatever I want to do, like buy my girl a new guitar, put them in this fancy online school, pay 2,000 US per child, for this fancy online school, so they can become, the musician, the actor, the YouTuber, whatever they want to do, like restore our backyard so they can, be happy, buy a new Escalade for them, let them be in a little, I remember my friend from church, it was like, I was wondering who this beautiful, what do they call it? They called it I forget what they called it. What did they call it? Like a carrot, like I don't know, something like extra special, like an old school like carriage or something. I don't remember what it was like. I was like, wow, thank you, like some type of luxury thing. And I was wondering whose this new truck was, and like just to provide that all. And also a lot of my family and friends and church family are just like, wow, like look at you, and it feels amazing to be here, when you first start, and then you're like, whoosh, and it's in only a matter of 2 years. Like I was doing my taxes, and I was like, we're going over everything, going all my business expenses. Like you can literally, you can write off so many things. Your laptop, part of your house. You can write off anything that you do with this business, your phone, your car, you name it. So I'm writing off all these things. She's like, wow, you've only been in this business 2 years? I'm like, yeah. She's like, that's really good for just 2 years. I'm like, really? Because I see what this business is capable. People are making like millions of dollars in this business, hundreds of thousands, millions. And I know what I'm making, but I think it's amazing, but I know where I'm going to be. And she's freaking out because she don't see businesses excelling that quick. She's looking like,
because anytime we go to the bank and when the tellers see your statements, you notice it when they're like, oh, like what's all these like $1,000 like incoming numbers here, Yeah. And we've had plenty of times and they're like, what is this? Like
yeah. My banker was like, when he showed me all my deposits, he's like, you did that? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you want to know more? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So I gave him my card. I was like, I could help you earn online because it was so cold in the bank. He's like, so cold. I'm like, you want to get out of this bank? He's like, sometimes. I'm like, if you want to get out, I can help you earn online because he does everything online anyway. So why not be at home? Or why not travel the world? Why not do wherever you want to do while you're earning online and earning way more, like 4, 5, 6 times the amount you're earning right now, even more, like literally. So thank you, Angie. I'm going to ask Esther a question. Okay. And a lot of people ask me, Esther, like, is this business global? Can this business be done from anywhere? And like, can I do it? A lot of people are coming to me like, if I live here and if I'm working here, can I do it? Like one person was living in Australia and they're working, in Canada. And I just want, you to touch on that. Like, is that, I know the answer, but you can do it. Is this global? Can anyone do this?
Well, I think we all get that question asked very often, right? Because people nowadays, they want to travel, they want to go see the world, right? That's what everybody's dream is, right? At least mine is. And yeah, the answer is we can run it from anywhere. Like as long as you have a phone, laptop, and internet, you can run it from anywhere. You can go to China, and as long as you have internet connection, you can run it there. You can make a fortune wherever you are, right? As long as you are coachable, as long as you put your effort, right? So for me, that's always a big thing. I always have my phone with wherever I go to the park. I decide to go to Toronto, whatever, like a while I want to go a few hours away. It's always with me, right? So that's a good thing. I don't need to stay here. Oh no, I have to punch in certain time. I can't go, right? No, you take it with you, right? Your kiddos on the back and gone we are. So that's the good thing. You can take it wherever you are. So we are global, and that's the good thing about it, because I sometimes like to travel to Mexico, see different places. I don't have to go ask my boss to go take off. I decide to go somewhere, hubby, let's go, right? I can take it with me. And that's a very big blessing to have, right? So, especially that has experience that they know how it feels, right? So,
I've seen that when you guys went to Niagara Falls and just went all over. I was like, look at her. Like, that's exactly. You get up and you go and you do whatever you want. And we have business partners that literally started in Canada and they started their business and they left into Mexico. They packed up and left and they bought a home in Mexico. Or some people, they was here in Canada and they went on a vacation and all of a sudden it went for 2 years in the Philippines. They visited their family and they literally just kept getting their checks mailed to them and then they got their checks shipped to them and it was like, oh my goodness, it was making thousands and thousands of dollars. Like there's so many people all over the world that are doing this business and it's not like to the point where it's overpopulated, the business owners. There is literally billions of people in the world and there's thousands of business owners. So we can conquer the world with this business. And you know what? Some business owners, they don't work on their business as much as we do. Some business owners work on their business maybe once a week or a couple hours a day. And you know what? They're not as successful as we are. So if you have a couple hours a day or a couple hours every other day, you're going to succeed at this business. The more time, the more effort you put into this business, the more you will succeed. And that's proven. That's proven, literally. There's no overhead. There's no monthly fees. There's no, like, you have to continue to pay your rent and you have to pay for your flyers and you have to pay for your hydro or your lights or anything like that. Like this is your business. You run it from your phone. You run it from your laptop. There's advertisement, yes, and you choose where you want to advertise. You choose what you want to advertise on, and we show you everything, every step of the way. Our workshop is free. We have a free workshop that explains everything, and we're going to go over that in a little bit. But Angie, did you have any questions for me? That
I do.
Okay.
You want them related to a certain topic?
No, just tell me anything, whatever it is that someone's asking you, that you want me to answer. That that I know you obviously know the answer because you're so plugged in.
Well, I have a question for you personally. Yeah, I've watched Georgia be very passionate about this business. She does spend a lot of time on it and she's always really helpful. She'll spend time with each one of her team members, helping them. And you can see that she loves what she does. So my question to you is, when did you become passionate about this business? When was it that you just began to live for it?
When I stopped thinking about myself, like making so much money, I really stopped that because I had a lot of pressure on me. And like I said, I had a lot of people like doubting me, you're never going to do good in this business, putting me down and making me feel like I made a mistake. But I knew I didn't make a mistake because I knew the business in and out. I've been through training. I've started the business. I knew what this business is capable of. But then there's people who are trying to stop you. So I had to prove myself. I felt like I had to prove myself to these people. Mm-hmm. And I want to show my family. I want to show everybody, and who the person I was with. I want to show them all, like, look what I can do. And I started to make a lot of money, actually, even though I was just proving myself. Honestly, Angie, I did start to make a lot of money with that. It worked for a little bit. And I started to make a lot of money, but I started to spend it. I was like, okay, I'm going to buy them this, or I'm going to do this. I'm going to show them I can do this and that. I'm like, I'm going to stop this. I'm going to reinvest my money. And I started to look at my team and I started to see, like, they need me. Like, forget my whole motto of trying to prove myself. I'm doing this for the world. I'm going to start helping my people and in a greater way, because I had all this knowledge and I've seen that all my business partners were like going through the training and, doing, but I'm putting this knowledge, but I started to realize, okay, forget the knowledge. I'm going to start telling everybody how much money I'm making. I'm going to start telling everybody about what I'm doing. So in my chats, I'd be like, look who got a fire. So before I was like, I don't want to throw it in their face because they're new. And maybe they might feel like, oh, I didn't get a buyer or a lead yet or this and that. And I was like, no. I have to motivate my team. I have to show them how much money and how good I'm doing and how I'm a mom of 5 and I only have a 7th grade education and they could do the same so they could stay plugged in. They could follow my direction. And then boom, they started to succeed. And then all of a sudden they started to take my tips and all of a sudden they started to come to my Zooms more. And all of a sudden they started to get plugged in more. And then boom, they skyrocketed. Everybody started to make money. Everybody started to leave their 9 to 5s. Everybody started to see results. So I think me realizing that you could have it all, but you could still feel like empty. My fulfillment was helping others. And I think that's what God has given me. He's given me something within my heart to help others. And I love doing that. And my babies, I love making my babies happy. The simplest little things, like buying them a box of Timbits, like for $9.
I saw that.
And it's the most simplest little things. And I look like in like Rwanda, let's just say Rwanda, Africa, and it's like the simplest thing, if you pay like 500, 250, just to give them the supplies to make some backyard gardening, you're changing like 20 people's lives so they can eat every day from these gardens. And the simplest little things that are like to us is nothing could be so incredibly life-changing to others, like throwing your little motivational quote in your team chat for your team to be like, okay, I do believe and I receive, or she's right, like I am incredible, or I could do this, or wow, look at how she did that ad. I'm going to do the same exact ad. I'm just going to switch a little bit word, make it a little bit, to my liking, and wow. Like, I just want to show people that they can do others. So to answer the question, I guess fully, when did I find out was probably about 6 months after I started this business. And I started this business a little over 2.5 years ago. Mm-hmm.
And I'm seeing this with you, especially when you're sorry.
Say that again.
What I'm seeing with you, or as an example, when we're working for someone or at a job, we're kind of in survival mode. But when we have our own business and we are making a larger income, you start to think on a much bigger scale. And that's what I'm seeing even with your foundation. You're able to help people, that just needs the essentials for life.
Amen. Exactly. Because that's what I look at really wealthy people. Like, I pay attention, like, especially since I started to become very successful. And then I look at others who are million and billionaires, and they ain't doing nothing with their money but investing, or just making more money and investing and making more money. And mind you, there is tons of millionaires and billionaires out there who are very big charity givers, and they've helped so many people. But some people I look at, I'm like, you can do so much with that money. You do so much, and guess what? It'll be tax-free too, because you're giving it to a charity. So to me, it blows my mind. But I think that God puts in people's hearts who are, he chooses certain people. Like, it's meant for those people to do that. It's meant for those people to go for that. But to me, it's like, what's the point? If you can't share your wealth, what's the point? Right? There's no point. To me, there's no point. What am I going to do? Sit in a fancy house and I'm rich, and just sit and relax? You can only do so much with your money. I seen, a little meme of a person going into, the grave, and, the person, death is sitting there with his little, scary little, I guess, axe or whatever it is that stands up. And this guy's coming with like suitcases of all kinds of money. And then there's a big pile of money on the other side. And it's tons and tons and tons of racks of money, bags of money, and the money's flying all over. He's like, you can't take that with you. Right? He got all this money, all these bags, everything, all his savings. It's like, you can't take that with you. We can't take our money with us. So why not do for the world? Why not accomplish and teach your kids to be giving and caring and change the world at the same time. If everybody thought like this, then we wouldn't be in the predicament we're in many of these countries. Because even though I'm not living in these countries, it's still me, because they are my people. We are all God's children. So to see a little child without clothing or dirty, not eating properly, that's my baby. That looks like my baby. And that hurts my heart. Like, I think about that. I think, what if my baby was like that? You know, look at my baby. She's in a beautiful dress. She eats what she wants. She's so happy. She's so content. She gets up and she's so happy. She feels safe. And then I look at babies in different countries and what they're going through. It's like, it makes me so sad. I cry so much sometimes, and when I watch or I look, because I'm trying to like work on my foundation and stuff. So I search things and I learn and I gain more knowledge about different countries, and it's very, very sad. And I know that a lot of people look at it as, you know, it's not my country or it's not my family, and I just got to do for myself. But the way I see it is, you know, I can't. And then there's a song in our church, and like, I can't see others go. Like, I thank God for my bread and for my life, and I can't see another one go without. And like, I always think of that song. So yeah, it's helped me a lot. You know, I thank God for all my success, and I thank God that I can help people worldwide, and I can have a bigger, more open mind and concept to just, you know, working on, you know, a house or a car or food for my kids. Like, I can expand to, well, let's help others, or, well, let's invest in this so we can make more money to help others. Or that's always my goal. My goal is, how can I turn around and make even more money so I can help people, or so I can bring my kids into a better, happier, healthier environment. That's always what I'm thinking. Yeah. So thank you, girls, for your questions. Is there any other questions? Anybody else have any other questions?
We could talk for hours, but
I won't keep anybody any longer. I want to give a special shout out to all my business partners. You are doing incredible. Never, ever, ever give up on your dreams. Like, when you're to those who just started and are still working their 9 to 5s. At the end of the day, when you come home from that 9 to 5, don't forget to work on your business. But at least now we're into it. Even if you're tired, who cares? Get a cup of coffee. I don't drink coffee. Get something, even an energy drink, and get wired up. Work on your business, like this little cat, you know, meme, working on your business real fast, and make yourself an empire. Build yourself an empire. I built myself an empire. These ladies built themselves an empire. They have their business set up for them. So they are getting leads. They are getting, you know, checks in the mail, and they're getting buyers. All these things are generating in the background while they're living their life. And you don't have to stop there. You can literally work yourself to other platforms so you can become even more global, more successful, because you are not, you know, secluded to just one area, like a brick and mortar business. So brick and mortar businesses, you're secluded to one area, and you're like, it's just that area. This business, you're open worldwide. So that's why we can make so much money, because we are global. We can advertise anywhere in the world. So God bless everybody. Hit up our websites in our bios. Mine is georgiawilliams.ca. If you go on your Safari, type in georgiawilliams.ca, enter your name and email, and register for my free workshop. You'll be taken to my replay. And if you go to any one of these ladies' websites in their bio, or whoever our team winds up sharing it, you can go to their websites, add your name and email. And if you add your name and email into our website, what's that doing is it's providing us with your information so we can email you the links when we're live. Our workshop is live, and everything is private. Our system is very secure. Like, all your information is not rented or sold or anything. Like, it's secure. We actually did a lot of work to keep people's information very secure, so your email is not let out, or your name. So it's very secure, and we would be connected to you, and I would be connected to you as your coach, helping you every step of the way. And whoever website you register on, you add your name and email, they will be your mentor, but I will be your coach, helping you every step of the way. We'll get you your coaching call. We get you set up. We have our one-on-one Zoom. I screen share. I show you the whole business plan, the whole business model, what the products are, what exactly you're going to be doing, what you're going to be advertising, show you everything, the whole shebang, right? But the first thing you're going to do is watch that free workshop. So when you add your name and email, if you can't come to our live, which is every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. PST or 8 p.m. EST, you can watch my replay. So my replay, you can get to it ASAP as soon as you add your name and your email on our website. And you'll see me explaining how I got to where I am, how I bought a new Escalade, how I made thousands of dollars, how I hit my goal. Like I took off my $21,000 goal on my Mara. I wrote that down, how I did all of that, how I, restored my backyard, how I'm succeeding above and beyond, how I'm making all of these big, amazing changes in my life because of this online business. And I'm very, very grateful for that, and grateful for Angie and Esther coming on here. Congratulations, Angie, on your many successes, on all your paychecks, all of your sales, the 6 contracts you sign, the 2.5 months worth of pay. Also, Esther, same thing with you. Actually, you did the same thing. You did do 6 contracts, yeah, and you did do 2.5. Yeah, or was it? I forget, but yeah. And I really, really am grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everything, Angie, for helping me every step of the way. And Esther, oh my goodness. First of all, I got to give a big shout out to Esther and Angie, because these 2 girls, and they're here with me. This is the funny part. They're here with me right now on this live, but they literally help me in the background. I thank you, Esther, for helping me so much on LinkedIn, getting back to so many people who want to start this business. And same thing with you, Angie. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everything you do. These 2 girls, they know the business in and out. If you want good mentors, hit them up because they know everything and they know how to succeed in this business, and they know how to juggle their time because they're very organized. And I thank you for that. And Esther, you're an amazing mom. What you're doing. So God bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody who joined. Join us next week, Saturday at 1 p.m. PST, 4 p.m. EST. Join us on Online Business Journeys, and we will have a new subject with some new people, maybe the same, maybe some mixed with the same. We'll see how it goes. God bless everybody. Bye. Thank you, ladies.
Bye. Bye.
All right.
God bless you.
For watching.